Georgia Lane with Creative Moments by G. Today we're working with the Christmas Gleaming stamp set from Stampin' Up. Oh my gosh, this in combination with their paper, their designer series paper, we fell in love with. Look at this beautiful card. If this isn't the star of all Christmas cards, I don't know. It is so beautiful. I can't wait to show you how to make it. So let's head over to the crafting table and let's get started. So we're going to make Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly, this beautiful landscape card. Don't you just love it? Oh my goodness. You can buy this stamp set in the Christmas catalog by Stampin' Up. It's on page 32. Beautiful set of stamps for only $21. And of course, you're going to want to buy this beautiful DSP paper. Can you see how it's metallic gold? Isn't that just beautiful? Oh my goodness, we fell in love with this stamp set and the DSP paper. Just gorgeous. So the supplies you're going to need is you're going to need to take a piece of paper, cardstock, and this is Night of Navy, and you're going to cut it like this. See, we're going to cut it the long way. So our dimensions will be 5.5 by 8.5, and you'll be able to get 2 cards out of this. You're then going to score it at 4 1/4 so that we have a landscape card, and we're going to use it. It's top fold, but it's landscape. You're going to need a piece of paper in the middle of it so that you can write your message, and that inside piece of paper is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. We're going to need the top design. This is where we're going to stamp our sentiment, and our blue paper is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then our top mat is 2 inches by 3 inches. You're also going to need some strips of paper. You're going to need this stripe of paper, and it is the Night of Navy strip, and it's 1 inch by 5 1/4. The Mossy Meadow is 1 1/2 by 5 1/4, and then this goes in between them so you can't see the edge. This little bitty strip, and it is 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. Of course, you're going to need your holly, and we will be stamping that, but let's go ahead and put our piece on the center. I always like to get the middle part done, and for that, we're just going to use our tape runner, and we're going to add just a little bit. You don't really need that much. Just a little bit to get the inside. Okay, press it down. And now we're going to go ahead and stamp our message on the inside. And our message on the inside is, "And be jolly this season." So this is going to be in Blueberry Bush. Let's stamp it off to test it. Oh, that's a great... Oh, their ink pads are so juicy, aren't they? If you've ever tried them, you won't go to any other ink pad. They're just so nice. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Next, we're going to move to the front of the card. So I'm just going to open it like this and move our little stamp pads out of the way. And we are going to take our 2 pieces that we'll be working with. Now, you can use a tape runner if you want, but I'm going to use some wet glue just so that I can move it around a little bit. We're going to put it right here on the top. And what you want to make sure and do is have about the same amount of border that you have on the sides on the top of it. See? Just like that. We'll straighten that out. That's what I like about that wet glue. Okay. Now we're going to put our striped down. Put some wet glue on it. Oh, it's a shame, isn't it, to cover up that beautiful backside? It's so pretty. but we've made another card using that. So check out our other videos. Then we're going to lay this down. Remember, once again, leaving the same border that you have on the sides. There we go. And now see, the reason you need that little strip of paper right there is you don't want to see those unfinished edges, right? So we're going to just put a little bit of wet glue. Move it around just a little bit. Make sure it's straight. And it will dry clear, so if you get it on your DSP paper, not to worry. Okay, it's beginning to take shape, right? So we're going to leave that up there, and we're going to start working on our message matting. So we're going to go ahead and stamp Deck the Halls on this one. Once again, we're using our blueberry bushel. And I think I'm going to stamp it off. I always like to stamp it off just to see how we're doing. Okay, and like I said, these ink pads are so nice. Now look, we centered this right here in the middle, but down in the lower half. So that's what we need to do. And hold it down for good contact. Oh, I tell you, these stamps are just so nice. Next, we're going to glue it onto the bottom mat. And I want you to take notice of what we did. We just took a blue Sharpie pen and we created our own little border. We did a dash dot all the way around, and it just really adds that special touch, don't you think? Okay, so now we have our card. We have this part. So let's go ahead and decide. We can put it in the middle. We can put it over to the side. We could put it over here. I think we're going to have it right here. And we do have it on dimensionals. So let's grab us some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. We're going to put it right in the corner. And we're going to use our pokey tool to get our back off. I just love this. Makes it so easy. You don't have to get it all over your fingers. Oops. There we go. Okay. And we are going to place this. Oh, not upside down, right? We are going to, and you know what's so nice is you can line it up right with one of those lines. I think we'll put it right there. Okay. We're still missing our holly. So we are going to take a piece of paper. And we are going to stamp using our shaded spruce. Okay. And if you've been watching my videos, you know that we take our dark and our light olive, and we use the blending side of it, and we just run that along the spine of the leaf on both sides. Doesn't have to look real pretty at this point because our light then comes in and it just blends it so nicely. So you just go around the edges so as not to go too much outside, and then you just do circles and you go over the dark. Go over the dark, and what happens is, because these are alcohol pens, when they dry, it looks like shading. So I just kind of go around the edges first. And we are going to fussy cut, so if you get outside the line, it's okay. And then just go in little bitty circles. And if it's too dark for you, well, just keep going over it. And if it pulls too much of the darkness, the depth of the leaf on the spine, you can always go back in and add that. Now, what I thought was so creative about this card is that it's blueberries and it's not our red little cherries. So we are using the blueberry, no, this is Dark Night of Navy, and we're just going to go over the little area where they gave us that little dot to begin with. Just creating a little bit of shading right there. Then we're going to come in with the Light Night of Navy, and we're just going to blend once again, just a little bit. And when it dries, you'll see that shading is so pretty. Okay, I'm going to fussy cut this and I'll be right back. We need to add this to the front of our card and we put it on dimensionals. So I'm going to grab the dimensionals. We're going to put one on each leaf and then down by the berries. Use my little tool to get the backing off. Now what I think is so pretty to do is to use this glitter tool that we have, Wink of Stella. I always say it wrong. This is the Wink of Stella glitter tool, and just glitter up our leaves and our blueberries. And you know, it just intensifies that color, doesn't it? Look at that. Now we're going to add one more thing, because remember what I say, can you ever have too much sparkle? I don't think so. So we're going to come in here with our rhinestones, and we are just going to pick the smaller blue. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Can you see why we fell in love with this card? I just think it is gorgeous. Now, we did this card earlier and we put the stripes on the top. And, you know, so we did it just opposite, and there's no rhinestones on this one. Which one do you like best? I think I like the rhinestones. Oh, so pretty. What do you think? The glitter, isn't that gorgeous? Well, I just want to thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe below. It's right underneath the video. And if you're interested in purchasing any of these Stampin' Up! Products, if you'll check out the website that you can see right now, you can just head on over there and buy these products. I think you're just going to love making these cards. It's just so relaxing, and I certainly know your friends and family will love getting them. Well, once again, thank you so much. Remember, be creative in your crafting. Go out and have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video.